UFL. It's a weird thing. We do this like once a
Yeah.
year. The UFL. Let's talk about ex-Giants at the UFL. And you know that guy is right there. One of the worst first-round picks in the entire history of the New York Giants. Absolutely crazy. You forget he's still playing sometimes, but there he is. So the UFL season started in February. I'm sorry, in February, on Friday. Wow. You're telling me another cup of coffee, right? And we're going to get into all the players now that are still there. In case you want to root for them, but listen, it's still football. It may not be NFL, but it's football still. So Arlington Renegades have safety Joe Powell, who played for the Giants at 16, and linebacker Tuzar Skipper, who played for them at 19. Again, you can see these are not the biggest names ever. Birmingham Stallions. They got some bigger names actually for the Giants. Dave DeGuglielmo, of course, the offensive line coach from 04 to 08, so including one of the Super Bowls. And also back in 2020, obviously, he made a little appearance there. Case Cookus, the quarterback, was on the Giants in 2020. Tae Crowder. Ooh, remember Tae Crowder? He was with us for a few years. Asked for his release, and then instantly probably regretted that decision because he hasn't played in the NFL since. Corner Mario Goodrich, who was with us last year. Corner Madre Harper, who was with us in 2020, and offensive tackle Jarron Jones, who was with us in 17-18. The DC Defenders had the big one there you saw in the picture. DeAndre Baker, who obviously was our first-round pick back in 2019. It only lasted for 2019 thanks to locker room issues, off-field issues, all kinds of hoopla. We don't need to rehash all that stuff there. Yeah. He is actually legitimately, though, one of the best players in all of the UFL guys. He was actually in talks with a couple of teams to come in for workouts and stuff like that. I was thought he might be coming back to the league even still. Didn't work out, but who knows if it ever does for him. Offensive lineman DJ Fluker. Didn't realize he was still playing. Running back Deion Jackson was with us in 23. Jaden Mickens, who was with us in 22 and 23, the wide receiver. Quincy Roche. Remember what was a big deal it was when we lost him? People are like, oh, they put him on the practice squad. It's horrible. They lost him. And because he had a decent rookie year and then basically was never heard from again. The Houston Roughnecks got corner Corn Elder, who was with us in 19. Memphis Showboats have Tenny. I'm going to mispronounce this name probably. I'm going to pull a Rob here. Adusi. Adewusi. It's a Giant back in 2019. I don't remember him at all, guys. I gotta say.
Yeah.
There's a couple players here. I gotta remember, to be honest with you guys. I don't remember. I feel like they were like training camp fodder, basically. That's all they were. Tight end Ryan Izzo in 2021. Offensive lineman Christian Sokole with 2017, 2018 was with us. The Michigan Panthers head coach Mike Nolan, who was an assistant with the Giants back in 1993 to 1996. Obviously, Nolan is one of the bigger name coaches in that league. Jamon Green, the corner, who's with us in 2023. Defensive end Breland Speaks, who was with us in 2021. Then you got the San Antonio Brahmas. You got Henry Black, the corner, who's with us in 22. Jashawn Corbin, who's with us in 22-23, the running back. And it's funny, remember people being very upset when we cut him. As if we were like losing somebody important. Maybe it didn't work out. Offensive lineman Derek Kelly in 21, who's with us. Long snapper Cameron Lyons, who was with us last year in 23, briefly when it was the injury to Crowder, so he was with us shortly. Safety Jordan Mosley with us in 22. Punter Brad Wing. I cannot believe this guy's still in the league, any league, I should say at this point. 2015 to 2017. Like I said, at this point, he's 34 years old. That's a good career of football. So he's still playing anywhere at 34, I feel like. But he hasn't played really with any professional league since 2017, except a 2-game stint he had with the Steelers back in 23. But because he's doing these kind of things. So, obviously it makes sense for him to do these kind of leagues still. The St. Louis Battlehawks offensive lineman coach Mark Colombo. Yes, remember him from his 1 year in 2020 that did not go so well. Defensive end, another one I'm going to mess up the name on here. Freedom Akinmaladun. Probably mispronouncing that. 2019. Again, I don't remember him. Jacob Sanders, remember him? We got him last year. We had him in for training camp because he played so well last year in the UFL. We brought him in for training camp and just didn't go ahead and do too well. So, like I said, listen, when I say once a giant, always a giant. So if that's the case, we got to root for these guys, right?
That's it.
So, like I said, at least it's football. It's something we can watch. So,
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.